BluntCut MetalWorks, September 14, 2016. I was asked to make a knife that was others video before as a slicer but capable to cut two bone. Anyway, so and this thing is very thin. It's 0.07 inch thick. Have utility chef knife, and the bevel is hollow grind, and the thickness behind the edge bevel here, it's about 11 thou. Yeah. In other words, 0.011 inch thick. And the bevel sharpened wood, well, I finally took out the EdgePro Apex and put on a 15° per side, which is 30° inclusive. There's a funny thing about it, my freehand been doing it. I've been sharpening a little bit off, for pretty much more or less 17 and 12. And so so finally I see with the Apex, I can see that my freehand is a little off, but it's in general the inclusive angle is fairly close. And the starting sharpness, this phone book, and it got wet, so it sharpened enough. And see, the thinness way would be so you can make you can cut 10 carat just fine. No wedging to crack the carrot. And this carrot, and fairly soft tomato ripe, and okay, so that's not the test. Not the test, but the key test was, well, you can do everything, but you end up facing, mainly asked for turkey bone, but I have to finish the knife, and this is, you know, first attempt, so this will go out and to be tested, and it could be and then you revise it until you got perfection. So anyway, the handle is imbued burr. It's more like, think of a Brazilian walnut, kind of like that, and with a lot of coat of tung oil. Anyway, and here you go. This bone is pork rib bone. Oh, by the way, this thing heat treated what they call crystal weave foundation heat treat, with the way, you know, manipulate the crystal when during the hardening process, and it's a 64 Rockwell. Well, when you have a regular chef knife, say at 58, 59 Rockwell, and fairly thick bevel, try to do something and you run into bone, like say, you know, a Henko chef knife, something like that. So yeah, that means going to be, the sharper it is, the more the thinner the apex. So therefore, you will experience damage. Anyway, so when you particularly improvement, when you try to do, when people talking about, you know, 5%, 10%, 20%. Well, if you have a steel get to this level of hardness, and you're going to, I'm more of cutting, I'm not chopping to the bone. I mean, no cleaver, you know, it is, I got a little bit too thin. Again, it's up to the quarter of an inch high from the edge. It's only 22 or 21 thousandths of an inch, so very thin. So any lateral is probably going to ripple. So probably we can chop, you know, chicken rib and things like that, cage on back and things like that, but not something substantial. Okay, this is pork rib bone, cook, and then after that I frost in the freezer and take it out. I've been hacking it. I'm looking for scenario So on this end, if you run into there are a lot of marrow and there is a clear looking type, it's tougher kind of bone. And this over here is hard and hard bone and with the marrow. But you can particularly right here, you can see this inside. You have a little knot right now. Is I'm going to get doing almost like a feather. In, all right. So let me. I try to do the easy end first and try the hard end. There's some ripple, obviously, from previous tests. It's probably going to be right there. I'm going to do it right here. Let me put my little. I don't have anything to mark right now, but anyway, here you go. And so there is heavy cutting board impact. This is cutting board is a tree, tree trunk, and cut so there's end grain, and they've been used for a long time now. So I think I cut somewhere around here. When you have damage, you're going to ease the spot. So that. Yeah, that sound is not very good for the sharp edge. Alright, so we'll see what happened to this edge. There are a lot of, this is really hard stuff and brittle, as you can see. It's cutting, it's not cracking the bone, so it's got a slice of the bone. Anyway, we'll do a quick score here, and then I will slice the paper around. Okay. What? You're looking for obviously something catch. I mean, the paper is very thin. I think this paper is it's probably about 16 micron or something, thick or something like that. So if they are fracture of chip or dent, that's bigger than 16 micron. I mean, your hair is about 50 micron or so. So, in other words, there's not much happened to it. So, when testing cut tomato, I mean, if you go to do something like that and you go back and cut tomato, of course, there won't be any problem cutting tomato. Because you know, even if you have a little chip in there, the non-chip part is going to do the cutting anyway. So when you do a little slicing, so it's not much telling. So that looking for it. Sorry, this video served dual purpose. Is for the person that want to try this knife out, and also for my record of my first attempt. So we can skip the video. Now I'm going to take the camera out from the holder here, and I'm going to look for damage. It's about right here. Happens to be over the light. Okay, I'm going to scan. Let's scan from the belly here. Scan backward. I I think that's it. It's getting past the bone part. So, well, I think they're looking for something. I doubt we're going to see anything here. Alright, well, thank you for watching.